Stop overthinking and reclaim your life. Every moment spent trapped in doubt and fear is a moment lost. You don't need every answer before you act. Clarity comes through action, presence comes through living, and momentum comes from doing. Take one small step, make one decision, and move forward. Your thoughts don't define you, your actions do. Stop overthinking, start living, and step boldly into the life you deserve. Beyond the cover, where books turn into life-changing journeys. Every day, millions of people wake up with one battle already waiting for them before they even step out of bed. That battle is not with the world outside, not with circumstances, not with people, but with their own mind. Thoughts begin to race, questions pile up, doubts whisper, fears creep in, and suddenly the day feels heavy before it even starts. This is a silent weight of overthinking, and it steals more energy, more joy, and more time than most of us realize. But here's the truth you need to embrace right now. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. And when you understand that, you begin to reclaim your life. Overthinking is nothing but the art of creating problems that don't even exist. It's rehearsing tragedies that never happen. It's playing the same mistakes in your mind on repeat as if by reliving them you could undo them. But tell me, has thinking about what went wrong ever changed what went wrong? Has imagining every possible negative outcome ever guaranteed that things turned out better? No, it steals your presence. It only takes the joy out of the moment you are living now. Life was never meant to be lived in replay or in fast forward. Life is meant to be lived now. You see, the more you think, the more you drift away from doing. And the more you drift away from doing, the further you get from progress. Overthinking is the thief of action. It paralyzes. It makes you second-guess every decision until the opportunity is gone. You've been there before, wanted to speak, wanted to start, wanted to move, but your mind kept spinning circles of what if. And by the time you finished debating yourself, the moment had already passed. This is why you must break free. The secret of freedom from overthinking lies in two simple truths. First, thoughts are just thoughts. They are not commands. They are not destiny. They are not you. They are passing clouds in the vast sky of your mind. You don't need to chase every cloud. You can let them drift by. Second, clarity comes through action, not through endless rumination. You don't think your way into a better life. You act your way into a better life. Every time you step forward, you create certainty. Every time you decide, you take power back from doubt. Think about this. When you were a child, you didn't overanalyze how to walk, how to speak, how to play. You simply did it. You learned by trying, by falling, by getting back up. But as you grew older, fear and doubt started layering themselves over your natural instincts. You began to ask, what if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough? And so you hesitate. You hold back. You overthink. But remember this. Confidence does not come from knowing the outcome. Confidence comes from being willing to act without knowing it. Overthinking pretends to be protection, but it is actually a prison. It tricks you into believing that if you think long enough, you'll be safe, you'll be certain, you'll be perfect. But the truth is, no amount of thinking can protect you from life. Life is messy. Life is uncertain. Life is unpredictable. And that is exactly what makes it beautiful. That is what makes it worth living. When you let go of the illusion of control, when you stop rehearsing every possible outcome, you begin to taste freedom. So how do you begin? You begin by catching yourself. The next time your mind starts spiraling, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this thought useful? Is it helping me move forward, or is it keeping me stuck? If it's not useful, release it. Your mind may try to grab it again, but you are stronger than the noise. You can redirect your energy to action, to presence, to what actually matters. You are not here to live half a life stuck inside your head. You are here to experience, to feel, to create, to love, to fail, to rise. And every second you spend overthinking is a second stolen from living. You don't need every answer before you start. You don't need perfect clarity before you move. You just need courage to take the next small step. That is how life unfolds, one step at a time. Think of the moments that have changed you most deeply. Were they planned perfectly? Or did they happen in the flow of life? Unplanned, unexpected, yet unforgettable? That is the power of living outside of overthinking. It allows life to surprise you, to gift you, to shape you in ways your mind could never design. So today, make a decision. Decide that you will no longer be a prisoner of your thoughts. Decide that you will no longer give in to the endless cycle of what if. Decide that your life is too precious to waste in the shadows of doubt. Choose action. Choose presence. Choose now. Because the truth is, overthinking will never give you a better life. Only living will. And you, right here, right now, have the power to stop overthinking and start living. The mind is powerful, but it was never meant to be your master. It was meant to be your tool, your servant, your instrument. And yet, for so many of us, the roles have reversed. The mind dictates and we obey. It floods us with doubts and we bow down. It traps us in endless scenarios and we sit quietly in fear. But imagine if you could turn that balance around. Imagine if instead of your thoughts controlling you, you chose which thoughts to give power to. That shift alone could change your entire life. Here's a reality most people miss. Your thoughts are not facts. They are not truths written in stone. They are simply interpretations, guesses, fears, echoes of the past, projections of the future. And when you stop treating every thought as a fact, you begin to breathe again. You begin to see the space between a thought and your response. That space is where your power lives. That space is where freedom begins. You may think you need more thinking to solve your problems, but more thinking is often the problem itself. Clarity does not come from spiraling in your head. It comes from movement, from action, from choosing. Every decision you've ever made has moved you forward. Even the wrong ones. Mistakes are not the enemy. Indecision is. Standing still in hesitation only keeps you chained. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have you lost because you thought too long? How many words of love, of gratitude, of courage have gone unsaid because you replayed them in your head instead of speaking them out loud? How many dreams have been delayed, not because you lacked ability, but because you drowned them in doubt? Overthinking does not just waste time. It wastes life, and your life is far too valuable to waste. The key is to break the cycle. Overthinking always begins with a small spark, a thought, a fear, a memory. But it grows because you feed it. You replay it. You add layers. You imagine outcomes. And soon that little spark becomes a fire consuming your peace. The way to stop it is not to fight the fire with more thoughts, but to step back and refuse to pour fuel on it. Refuse to engage. Refuse to spiral. Choose to act instead. One of the most powerful practices you can adopt is presence. To be here, now, fully, without dragging the past behind you or pulling the future in front of you. Presence is not about ignoring reality. It's about engaging with the only reality that truly exists, this moment, this breath, this step. When you are present, overthinking loses its grip, because overthinking lives in what was and what might be, but presence lives in what is. Think about it. When was the last time you were so immersed in something you loved that time disappeared? Maybe it was listening to music. Maybe it was creating something. Maybe it was being with someone you care about. In that moment, you weren't overthinking. You weren't trapped in fear. You were free. That is the state you can choose to enter more often. That is the state where life is truly lived. But presence does not happen by accident. It is a practice. It begins with awareness. You catch yourself drifting into endless loops of thought, and you gently bring yourself back. Back to your breath. Back to your senses. Back to what's in front of you right now. And with practice, the gap between thought and awareness grows wider, and overthinking loses its power over you. Remember, every great life has been built on decisions, not on doubts. Every great achievement has come from action, not from hesitation. The people you admire, the ones who inspire you, are not free from fear. They are simply free from being controlled by overthinking. They feel the same doubts, the same uncertainties, but they choose action anyway. And that choice makes all the difference. So today, I challenge you. Stop waiting for perfect certainty. Stop waiting for every answer. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. Fear will always be there, Doubt will always whisper. Your mind will always suggest another reason to delay. But you are stronger than those voices. You are more powerful than the noise. And the moment you choose to act, the moment you step forward despite the overthinking, you win. Life rewards movement. Life rewards courage. Life rewards those who are willing to try, to risk, to step out of the endless cycle of thought and into the boldness of action. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. The mind that once trapped you in fear becomes a mind that serves you with focus. The thoughts that once paralyzed you become the thoughts that fuel you. But it begins with a single choice, the choice to stop letting overthinking steal your life. So breathe deeply and let go. Let go of the weight of yesterday. Let go of the fear of tomorrow. Let go of the lie that you need to figure everything out before you start. You don't. You never did. What you need is already inside you. What you need is courage, and you have it. What you need is presence, and you can practice it. What you need is action, and you can take it right now. You are not meant to be a prisoner in your own head. You are meant to be alive, fully alive, with all the beauty, all the risk, all the uncertainty, all the possibility that life holds. And that life is waiting for you, just beyond the walls of overthinking. Step out. Step into it. Choose to live. There comes a moment in every life when you must choose between living in your head or living in the world, between being consumed by endless analysis or stepping boldly into experience. And that moment for you is now. You cannot keep waiting for the perfect time, because the perfect time does not exist. Life will never hand you guarantees, but will always offer you opportunities. And opportunities are seized, not overthought. Overthinking whispers that safety is in waiting, but waiting is its own kind of danger. While you hesitate, the world moves forward. While you debate, doors close. While you doubt, time slips away. And time, once gone, does not return. You cannot get back the days you spent worrying instead of acting, doubting instead of deciding, analyzing instead of living. But you can decide that today is different. You can decide that this moment marks the end of hesitation and the beginning of boldness. Boldness does not mean recklessness. Boldness does not mean you never feel fear. Boldness means you move forward with clarity, with focus, with courage, even when your mind tries to hold you back. Boldness is the antidote to overthinking, because boldness creates momentum, and momentum is life. Once you take that first step, the second becomes easier. Once you speak that first word, the next flows naturally. Once you start, your doubts grow smaller and your confidence grows stronger. Think about how many times you've already proven this. Remember the things you once feared, the situations you once overthought. You built them up in your mind. Imagine all the ways they could go wrong. But when the moment came, you handled it. You found the words, you found the strength, you found the way. That's because action reveals strength you don't know you have. Overthinking hides it, but life itself brings it out of you. This is why you must stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel completely ready. Readiness is not a feeling. It is a decision. The moment you decide, you are ready enough. The moment you step forward, you grow into the person who can handle what comes. That's how courage is born, not from endless thought, but from daring to act before certainty arrives. Every time you break free from overthinking, you open the door to possibility. Possibility for growth, for success, for love, for transformation. And yes, sometimes for failure too. But failure is not the end. Failure is feedback. Failure is a teacher. Failure shapes you, strengthens you, sharpens you. The only real failure is never trying, because you were trapped in your head. Your mind will try to convince you that overthinking keeps you safe. But the truth is, it only keeps you small. Safety is not found in thought. Safety is found in trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in your ability to adapt. Trust that whatever comes, you can handle it. And you can. You have already overcome challenges you once thought impossible. You have already survived storms that once felt endless. And you will overcome what comes next, not by overthinking, but by living. So the next time your mind begins to spiral, remember this. You do not need to solve everything at once. You do not need to carry the weight of 100 possible outcomes. You only need to take the next step. Just one. and then the next, and then the next. Step by step, moment by moment, decision by decision, you build a life that is not ruled by overthinking but fueled by courage. Life is far too short to spend it trapped in your mind. It is meant to be tasted, touched, lived. Do not let fear rob you of love. Do not let doubt steal your dreams. Do not let hesitation hold you back from the life you are meant to live. You are capable of more than your thoughts allow you to believe. You are stronger than the doubts that whisper inside your head. And you are freer than the prison of overthinking. So breathe deeply and fully. Feel the life that flows through you. This moment is real. This moment is yours. And in this moment, you have a choice. Choose freedom. Choose courage. Choose to act. Stop overthinking and start living. Because your life is too precious to waste in hesitation. Your dreams are too important to bury under doubt. And your time is too limited to spend it locked in fear. You are here to create, to explore, to grow, to love, to contribute, to experience the fullness of life. That life is waiting for you, but it cannot begin until you stop overthinking and start living. The power is in your hands. The time is now. So step out of your head and into your life. Step out of hesitation and into courage. Step out of overthinking and into action. Your future is waiting, and it will not be built by thoughts alone. It will be built by the choices you make, the actions you take, and the courage you live with every single day. Stop overthinking. Start living. The world is ready for you, and you are ready for it. Remember, your mind is powerful, but your life is greater than your thoughts. Stop overthinking. Start living, and step boldly into the future you deserve. This is Beyond the Cover. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and keep moving forward.